Good morning, everyone. We will begin the morning service of the Miroku Association headquarters, asking God and Meishu-sama for protection and the permission to participate today in the divine plan of constructing a paradise on this earth. Let us pray together the Amatsu-Norito Prayer of Heaven, followed by the Miroku Prayer. Please stand. Takahara ni kamuzumarimasu.
Kamurogi kamuromi no mikoto mochite sume miroya kamuriza nagi no mikoto tsukushi no imuka no tachi anano odono ahagi harami misogi harai tamo togi ni narimasen harai no kami tachi moro moro no magagoto tsuige gare yo harai tamae kiyome tamae tomao sukoto no yoshi o amatsu kami kunitsu kami ya oyorosu no kami tachi tomoni ame no fuji koma no nimi urita teje kikoshi nese to kashikomi mo maosu Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hae tamae Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hae tamae Oshie miyoya nushi no kami mamori tamae saki hae tamae Oshie miyoya nushi no kami mamori tamae saki hae tamae Kanagara tamachi haemase Kanagara tamachi haemase Great God of light, creator and giver of all light, in accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to an end. Your radiant divine light, shining ever more brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, a time long awaited by all humanity. We thank you for guiding us to your divine plan and for the privilege of channeling and receiving Johrei. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified as we live your truth given to us by Meishu-sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light, so that we may serve you and all those with whom we come in contact. May paradise on earth be realized, with health, peace, and prosperity, a reality in our lives. Great God of light, bless and protect us. Radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become instruments of your great plan. Please be seated.
We will now receive group Johrei. Johrei is now concluded. We will now listen to a reading from Meishu-sama's teaching. Courtesy. Inner awareness allows us to act freely, naturally, and with ease, yet still live in accordance with God's law. Let us never stray from the right path. May we follow the law of nature and diligently perform our tasks. If common courtesy is lacking, free thought and action become a fallacy, a pretense. They are not a measure of our true freedom. Shoujo faith tends to be lacking in freedom, and Daijo faith has unlimited freedom. However, freedom unrestricted by one's wisdom and reason may lead to selfish indulgence or willful and capricious freedom. Thus, we should seek to balance these two principles of freedom. True freedom has to respect the freedom of others, and therefore is not without limits. Freedom, in the true sense of the word, has its boundaries. If you even slightly inconvenience or harm another, you feel unease, guilty, and cannot be free and at ease. If you give happiness and joy to others, then you feel happiness and joy. This is true freedom. A person's destiny is given by God at birth. It is predetermined, so it cannot be changed. Fate, however, can be freely changed by an individual within the limits of his or her given destiny. Depending on a person's efforts, it is possible to reach the highest level within that range or to drop to its lowest level. Freedom is similar to fate in that true freedom is contained within certain boundaries. There is no such a thing as limitless freedom. True freedom has limitations. That is, it is finite.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining the Miroku Association headquarters morning service. Thank you also for joining us in prayers for world peace. This morning, I want to share with you the faith experience of Fernando Borri Rosenthal. He's from Jacarepaguá, Rio de Janeiro. Fernando has been a Johrei member for 20 years and he gives service as a lay leader. He's a journalist and independently has worked as a communications advisor. In 2019, he ended up losing clients and his income stream was reduced to about half of its normal level. At the onset of the pandemic, his situation worsened further, forcing him to rethink priorities. He was engaged and was aware that in order to appropriately fulfill marital aspirations, important personal and financial commitments had to be established. Accordingly, he cut expenses and many times thought about reducing the frequency of his service at the Johrei Center in order to dedicate more time to work. He even strongly considered reducing the percentage of gratitude donations he was regularly materializing. However, after deep reflection, Fernando realized that he consistently felt enriched and light and happy when serving at the church. Additionally, he had already experienced many miracles in his life and that of his family members with the regular practice of offering donations of gratitude. Fernando decided to talk with his minister, after which he determined not to lose focus on his mission and further committed himself to serving others through our practice of faith. Additionally, he began assisting families that were assigned to him by his ministry. With this assigned mission, Fernando increased the frequency of channeling Johrei, of studying Meishu-sama's teachings, of offering donations of gratitude, and providing assistance to both members and regular visitors to the Johrei Center. Throughout 2021, he had the opportunity to introduce 10 people to our faith. As a consequence to his increased commitment to our practice of faith, suddenly professional contracts began to manifest for him, and financial rewards increased exponentially. Thus, he was able to rebalance himself and fulfill the dream of setting up a home with his fiancée. And the blessings didn't stop there. In February of this year, 2021, a friend recommended him to interview for a job opportunity at a large corporate communications company. Fernando was interviewed and subsequently hired. He currently is enjoying his excellent job position. He no longer feels the need to see clients independently. Further, he expects that he and his fiancée will wed by the end of this year. With these experiences, Fernando realized that it's useless to try to make material progress without first raising one's spiritual level. He also came to fathom that the best way to do so is to commit oneself to the salvation of others, wishing for their happiness. Fernando pledges to continue serving Meishu-sama and to follow in his footsteps in order to contribute to the construction of paradise on earth. Thank you very much for attending this service, for listening to this faith experience. I wish you a very wonderful day.
This brings to a conclusion our morning service. Thank you everyone for joining us. We wish you a very blessed day.